In this video, I'm going to share with you our client KPIs. This is our public link for you to be able to have a look at the data that is happening across the ketamine, TMS, and alternative mental health landscape. The cool thing is you can actually toggle this and go all the way back to 2021. So let's break this down and go over this. And the reason that we created this is for you to be able to measure this against what's happening in your business. So if you're ever wondering, well, how am I doing compared to who and what is out there? This is a great place to start, because what we do is we attach our CRM product to this dashboard. And as long as our clients are utilizing their CRM, it pulls right into here and we're able to measure the performance. So right now we're looking at the date range from January 1st through yesterday, April 29th. Over the course of this time, we've spent $294,000 in ad spend on Google, on Meta, on Instagram. From that, we've generated 20,000 opportunities. That's a lead and a name, phone number, email. And that's generated us, or rather, that is a $14.72 blended CPL, cost per lead. From these 20,000 opportunities, 3,600 have booked in the consults, which means 18% of people who opt in, who become a lead, move into consults. From there, or excuse me, 80, and that brings our cost per consult to $82. So this means whenever you spend $82 out into the universe is returning a free consult. From these 3,600 consults, 1,200 have moved into appointments or billable events. So that is a 33% conversion rate. So 33% of this 3,600 move into appointments, which brings our total cost for per booked appointment at $242. From these 1,219, 941 have converted into a new patient, which means we are converting at 77% of appointments into new patients, bringing our grand total cost to acquire a new patient to $313.27. If we look at this row, we just added this row on March 18th, so some of it does not make sense. So for example, we've definitely had more than 413 show. But again, we added this on March 18th, so some of the data is a little skewed. So for example, if we look at this data, say from July 1st through December 31st, after clients are utilizing this in its full capacity, these numbers should make more sense. Obviously, not all 3,600 are going to show up to their consult, but we know at least 1,219 did, because 1,219 moved in. So we have our cost per consult here. We have our cost per showed, our cost per appointment showed. So this is consult booked. Not everyone who books shows. And then that's where these metrics come from. So you can expect this to be accurate, say from Q3 on. If you look at this, if it costs $82 to get a consult booked and $242 to get an appointment booked, that means that a consult show will equal somewhere between $82 and $242. But again, this disposition will make sense when clients are utilizing this in the full right way. Conversion rate, we went over. So 18% of 20,000 is 3,600. 33% of 3,600 is the 1,200. And then 77% of 1,200 is 941. Another important metric to look at is of these 941 new patients, we're winning 4.7% of this number. Okay, so that means 4.7 people out of 100 are converting into a new patient, and obviously a percentage will respond, will not respond, et cetera, et cetera. 26% of consults are won. So 26% of people who make it here are won, and then 77% of people who make it here are won. But the big important number that I want you guys to focus on is 313. 313. If the LTV, the lifetime value of a client, is 3,000 to 4,000 in ketamine or 6,000 to 7,000 plus in TMS, and it's costing us $313 to get that revenue, then the question is, how often would you spend the 313? Answer, as often as possible. as often as possible. Now, there's a lot of qualitative things that happen behind the scenes to get this quantitative data, mostly boiling down to the sales process, to the follow-up process, etc. But the main takeaway here is from January 1st this year through yesterday, April 29th, it's costing us $313 to acquire a new patient. Now, we can sort this by just TMS. TMS is a little more expensive, but the good news is with TMS, the LTV, the lifetime value, is also a little bit higher. Ketamine, cost per patient is a little bit lower. And then we can come no other general mental health. General mental health, only $1,400 in spend behind it. $6 cost per lead, $23 to acquire a new patient. Pretty incredible. We can also sort by Facebook ads, organic, Google, etc. So this is our public link. In our last version, we did not have this available, but now you are more than welcome to come in here to play around with source, play around with campaign delivery, play around with niches, and see where you stand. The other cool thing is we can check out this view. This is our year-to-date performance on leads, consults booked, consult booking rate, appointments booked, appointment booking rate, new patients, new patient win rate, etc. So you have some visualizations here, and then you have last year's visualizations here. So if you're evaluating and asking yourself the question, well, how am I doing? This is a great place to start. Then if you move down to this chart here, you'll notice we have some anomalies. So for example, look at this day, this big green bar. Where are we? 184 new patients this day, 413,000 in revenue. Typically, when we see this happen, this is not what actually happened. This means that these patients were dispositioned or marked as one on this day. So when we see something like this happens, okay, great, Mr. Client, you're understanding that, oh, we had 184 people who were one in your CRM. They're now all marked as one, and it skews the data a bit. But you can come to any day and you can see, okay, this day we had 25 patients, 166 leads in. Our cost per appointment was 76. Our cost per patient was 85. Today we only won 2 new patients. So this is blending the data across every client account. And then here we can also look at the spend a little bit of a different way. We can look at the landing page conversion rate, consults booked, consult conversion rate, etc. So for all the data nerds out there, and for me, I am certainly a data nerd when it comes to marketing and understanding these metrics. But here it is for your viewing pleasure. So you can also toggle like that. And I believe if you hover over, there is another navigation thing that you can do here. But anyways, this is our client KPIs public link. I encourage you to use this. You can go all the way back, like I mentioned, to 2021, January 1st, apply. And these lines will get really tiny. Yep, here we go. And here's another day where, somebody uploaded 1,082. So this is probably someone who uploaded over a little bit here. And now we can see all the data over this time period. So I encourage you to use this to understand where you stand. And if you have questions, of course, please reach out. Thank you so much and talk to you soon.